Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive shift in how things actually get built. We're talking about crafting custom, complex software without a computer science degree, using absolutely nothing but conversational AI. Just imagine building the exact tool you've always wanted just by talking to your computer. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let's dive right into this because this right here, it's pretty much the ultimate builder's fantasy. For decades, if you needed software that perfectly fit your exact, weird, unique workflow, you had two options. You either paid an engineering team thousands of dollars, or you spent years of your life learning incredibly complex coding languages. But what if you could just replace all of that with natural language prompts? What if the words you speak could literally compile into a fully working application?
Well, one creator recently set out to do exactly that, and their goal was laser-focused. Quote, I wanted an app to keep track of all my videos, directly synced with YouTube, to auto-measure KPIs and keep myself accountable. End quote. We are going to reverse engineer exactly how this working app, which they brilliantly dubbed the Content OS, was spun up completely from scratch.
And this brilliantly illustrates the final destination. The finished Content OS handles videos, syncing them automatically every single day. It manages KPIs by perfectly blending automatic data, like your view counts, with manually entered metrics. And it tackles those big overarching goals, automatically grouping videos together so you can easily track your macro progress. It's a seriously robust live data platform. But to truly understand the magic of how it was built, we've got to rewind all the way back to a blank prompt. So the heartbeat of this entire app is a slick visual Kanban board. The creator needed a way to physically drag YouTube videos through a very specific production pipeline, from idea to scripting to recording to editing, and finally crossing the finish line at published. So the million-dollar question is, how on earth did they get an AI to build this exact customized workflow? Phase 1, designing the blueprints. Look, every great building needs an architect's drawing before you pour the concrete, right? This whole journey kicked off inside an AI tool called Claude Design, not with a single line of code, but with a highly detailed prompt. The creator literally just instructed the AI to build a Content OS with flexible goals, auto-captured metrics from video records, and firmly insisted it had to be responsive for both mobile and desktop. And here's the genius part. By asking the AI to start with a basic wireframe instead of jumping straight into the heavy coding, they saved a ton of cloud usage credits while they dialed in the exact structure they wanted. But it's never just about function, right? It's about the vibe. The creator guided the AI on the visual feel, explicitly requesting a UI aesthetic that was warm and creative-friendly with a light and purple accent. And just by typing that one simple sentence, the AI completely transformed a rigid structural HTML wireframe into a gorgeous professional user interface. Now, what's incredibly fascinating about this is how the AI responded. It didn't just spit out one single option, it threw out multiple layout variations. It generated group table views, that drag and drop Kanban board we just talked about, detailed goal pages, and even offered up a rather cluttered dashboard view. But the creator actively rejected that busy dashboard, pivoting instead to a clean, focused calendar view for scheduled dates. It's like you're the film director, and the AI is just your super fast art department. Phase 2, wiring the brain. All right, so with the design locked in, the creator just clicked Share to hand off those static visuals straight to Claude Code to build out a fully functional Next.js backend. But for the app to be real, it needed a memory, right? It needed a database. Let's quickly demystify the tech jargon here. The AI suggested using a MySQL database on a platform called Railway. And Railway is essentially an infrastructure platform that auto-deploys live databases so you don't have to pull your hair out over complex server setups. The creators spun up a database in seconds, grabbed the connection URL, and just fed it right back into Claude Code. And this is where the magic happens. It triggered this fascinating prompt, test, fix, iteration loop. At first, the AI served up a mock data prototype. Fake video titles, broken new video buttons. It looked the part, but it was totally hollow. But the moment the creator prompted the AI to switch over to those live database endpoints, boom. The entire app woke up. Forms actually worked, and the tables started communicating perfectly with the live database right there on their local machine. Phase 3. The integration hurdle. Of course, just having a functional local app wasn't the final goal here. The biggest, most complex technical hurdle of this entire build was getting this shiny new custom app to pull live statistics directly from YouTube. When asked how to pull this off, the AI correctly suggested using an OAuth connection. Sure, a standard API connection might be a bit easier to set up, but OAuth is incredibly secure and it retrieves way more comprehensive data. It effectively makes your YouTube channel the absolute source of truth. But here is the catch. While the AI can write all the complex code to process OAuth, setting it up requires some heavy manual lifting from the human side. Let's step through how this actually builds out, because this technical workflow is absolutely crucial. First off, the creator had to log into Google Cloud and create a new project. Step 2, they had to manually enable the specific YouTube APIs. Third, they configured that little pop-up OAuth consent screen we all click accept on. And finally, they generated the actual secret credentials. Listen, the AI is amazing, but it cannot do this part for you. The AI can build the door and perfectly design the lock, but you, the human, still have to go to Google and forge the actual keys. Phase 4, the iteration loop. So once those freshly forged keys were handed back to the AI, the app connected to YouTube flawlessly. But we have to remember, AI development is an ongoing conversation, not just a magic trick. Real software has bugs, and guess what? AI-generated software has bugs too. The creator quickly noticed that while the Kanban board looked incredible when you dragged and dropped an item, it wasn't actually saving those status changes to the database. Oh, and even worse, that initial YouTube sync accidentally pulled in all of their private and unlisted videos. Yikes! Human direction was absolutely required here to spot these logic errors. They just nudged the AI, told it to fix the saving mechanism, and critically asked it to wire up a brand new public-only checkbox. Problem solved. With the major bugs squashed, it was time for the really fun stuff, the final polish. The creator asked the AI to automatically sort videos from newest to oldest. They also realized that assigning goals one by one was totally tedious, so they literally just asked the AI for a quick plus button to bulk assign them, and boom, it was there. They asked for actual YouTube thumbnails to display on the visual records. And honestly, this is my favorite part. They added a custom Measure Now button for instant KPI updates. This is absolute proof of how rapidly you can customize your own software just by asking. Because of this wildly successful human and AI collaboration, the creator absolutely nailed their original goal. Now, whenever they want, they can just open up their very own custom software, hit that Measure Now button, and see instantly, in real time, exactly how their live YouTube views are tracking against a massive target like 50,000 views. No more fighting with messy, broken spreadsheets, no more logging into YouTube Studio every 5 minutes, just a perfect bespoke command center tailored exactly to their brain. So, what does this all mean for us? The barrier to entry for building custom software hasn't just been lowered, it has completely evaporated. This prompt, test, and fix journey, it's sitting right there, completely available to every single one of us today. So I'll leave you with this one thought. If you had a brilliant, lightning-fast coding assistant that literally never slept, what exact custom tool would you build tomorrow to optimize your own life? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and happy building!